So I feel rather like I've been conned a bit on this walk, because there is such a difference between the 17-mile walk and the 22-mile, which is probably more like 30 miles actual distance if you were to flatten out the hills that you have to go up and down. And why, when the bloody dam's over that hill there, we're coming all this way, around here, down there, up there? I don't know. There has to be a more direct route. My biggest problem is that because it's all stony like this, when it is dry, and it is mostly muddy and wet, so you're slipping around or you're putting your foot into knee-deep mud, okay, maybe not knee-deep, but certainly ankle-deep in places, is that I can't get a flat footing on these rocks without putting a lot of strain onto my ankles, and that's what hurts at the moment. It's my ankles more than anything else, and that's simply because of the terrain, not because of the mileage. I'm actually a little bit angry, to be honest. The other thing is that it is super hot now. You know, I could have done with it raining, to be honest, and it's quite common for us to just cross water like this, you know, just walk through rivers basically. At least it does cool my feet down, in fact, because the water's cold, and as you're crossing the water, it cools the shoes down and you feel suddenly a lot better. So the good news is that I think when we have crossed the actual dam, we walk on a road, I think, all the way back to Loft House, which will mean that the terrain's better, the mileage passes quicker, and I don't get dehydrated by climbing up hills. And these are, do you know, I mean, just look at that. That's the sort of hill that we're climbing, and we're walking across sheer moorland. This moorland, in fact, is called Dead Man's Moorland, and the reason it is because 3 travellers at some point in history were killed crossing this moor. No shit. Although it is thought that they were killed, actually murdered, rather than had an accident. Although, personally, the jury's out. Anyway, they were found, or at least the 3 bodies were found, half buried, but they were missing their heads. I don't think their heads were ever found, so I don't think people know exactly who they were. And we are talking hundreds of years ago here. Before anybody thinks this is a cold case that, you know, might appear on Crime Watch next week. You know, going down is no easier than going up here. It's all ankles. All ankles, dear me. But so there we are. So there is good news there. I am now out in terms of fluids. I know there's 4 miles between here and Loft House on the other side, but that's the 4-mile wheelchair route, so I'm assuming it's a straight line and a flat surface, thank God. At least that's what I hope. So there we are. We are at least coming to the bottom of this hill now. Then we have to climb up that other one, go round, probably to the summit, and then across the dam. There has to have been an easier way. I've never... I mean, it's true, whoops, it's true that the view that points are breathtaking. I personally think they are not worth the energy it takes to get up to the top or to negotiate all the slurry and mud. I have a thing against mud, I just don't like mud. But the views can be breathtaking. They also show you how once you get out onto the hillsides and stuff, there's nothing around for miles, and no one particularly looks after places like this. So, you know, the erosion you see with the water and stuff, it's all natural. Or at least it forms naturally around existing structures that have been maybe man-made, but you know, have not been looked after. I mean, look, how do they expect people to break something falling down here? So anyway, never again with this 22-mile walk, never again. Maybe I consider doing the 17-mile one again, but I will never ever do this 22-mile walk. I never want to cross this bit of land again. Everything from Lofthouse North is dead to me after this. Sorry, I'm going to have to turn you off if I want to make it to the top without hyperventilating or having a myocardial infarction.